Hi everyone, how are you? Um, Sorry, Sandra, when you were saying hello to me, I was counting, and Mrs. Annie is the reason why she said, I was counting. So let me add her on to here. Hello, Miss Annie,
Well,
and my camera moved, of course, or I moved it. All right, so I'm starting this dress. I can show you guys. Let me share the screen with you so you can see what dress I've decided to start with. Um, oh, that's not the right. There we go. Okay, so this is the dress um, that I'm starting with. And I'm not quite sure what part this is. See, Annie, how I was saying where it looks like diamonds at the top
yeah, and at the bottom.
and at the bottom, yeah. So I'm starting. I'm not sure. This is awfully big. It
For the
seems like it
top,
would go.
I'm thinking it's the bottom.
I think you're probably, or it says the back.
Yeah, but that's pretty wide.
So maybe it's supposed to be tighter. But if I do it tighter, I'm not going to be able to get this big
No,
crochet hook in it.
I can't see it being tighter.
Let me look at the diagram. Well, I should be able to see it. Does it have the It doesn't have the diagram on here. Well, this is the body diagram right here. That's doing the diamond part. No, it's the double crochet, single, double, just like what we were saying.
Yeah, so I bet
It's
that's the
the
very
back.
bottom.
Yeah, the back has that too. Let me see. Is
Yeah,
that what
but I
that
think,
looks like?
yeah,
Yeah, that's not the straight double crochet.
no,
Let me see.
that is the double
Oh
single,
yeah,
double
that's
single.
the double single double single. Okay, good.
So you must go back and do the
Um,
lace part on the bottom afterwards.
Apparently that's what it looks like. Yeah, because if you look, it is. See, oh yeah, it is. Look,
Yeah, that's what it is. You pick up the stick. Yeah, okay, all right.
yeah, and then the top is it the same thing? Come on, is it not going to get?
See, the one to me, the ones at the bottom look like triangles, and the one at the top look like pineapples.
Right, right. Yep, it's hooked in the same way. Okay, so we're doing the body first. All right, that is what.
Now that we have her
Okay,
straight,
now that I figured it out. Well, hello everybody. I know that Annie's here, I'm here, Sandra's here, and Liz is here, but I don't know if anyone else is here. But hello if you are in the background. So
hey
this
y'all in the
yarn
bushes.
is what?
I said, hey y'all in the bushes.
Yeah. Hello to anyone in the bushes. So this is Knit Craft by Miller. It's an older craft. It's a Knit Craft Incorporated. I'm not sure where I got this yarn, but it's a really pretty blue, so I'm going for it. It's 90% acrylic and 10% nylon. And it doesn't say it's a three weight. This calls for a three weight, but this is bigger than a two weight and not as big as a four weight. So I'm calling this a three weight. So, and this is 11 has 1,251 yards, and this pattern calls for mm, yeah, I hate looking for stuff when I don't know exactly where it's at. Yeah, I don't know because it's saying different, saying calling for fuchsia 2 different kinds. I don't know. It's enough for a dress. I know that. So I'll just get started on these rows. So these rows call for to do a double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet all the way across. And I had to put these stitch markers because I was going to lose count if I didn't. Because I had to put 94, a chain of 94. So here it says single crochet in the second from the stitch.
Lay down.
And then, this is my hardest part when I'm crocheting is working into the chain. It's very awkward. So, and then 1 double crochet in the next. So we're just going single, double, single, double. Can you guys let me do this so you guys can see better what I'm doing. Yeah, it is a very pretty dress, Sandra, so I hope it works out and ends up being pretty. I'm sure it will. But this part always looks odd to me.
That first row.
And it's hard for me to work because there's nothing really there to work on. And it just looks weird.
To hang on to, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It actually hurts my hands, and I probably should have my gloves. I usually put my gloves on when I'm doing this first row, but I forgot and didn't grab them. And they're in the other room, and I'm not going back in there to get them.
So how was everyone's day? How was everybody's holiday yesterday?
Ours was good. Me and Ron had a little tiny barbecue, and then we ended up having another one tonight. We'll have enough, not tomorrow night, because tomorrow night we're going to a show. It's actually a concert, Little Feet concert. These orphaned kids from third world countries company has got them, and they go around the country and they sing and they do concerts, and every single child they've ever had has been adopted into the United States. In fact, a family that goes to our church, they adopted one of the kids that was in that group, and now he is, I think, a junior or a senior in high school. He's an amazing kid. I think his little hands or little feet, I can't remember, but they're amazing singers, performers, and they wanted to be a part of it. Oops, I did 2 double crochets. Go back. Yeah, we've never seen the concert. We've heard about it. Last year they didn't come to our church. That was the first year we were in that church, because they don't come every year. But they only tour in the summer months, and they're here in America. They're not. They've people who take care of them live here. They rescue them from poverty and homelessness from the other countries.
Me and Bill thought about becoming foster parents after Andrew left, because, you get used to a house full of kids.
Tell me about it.
Anthony needing so much attention, I didn't think it would be fair to him.
Right.
And because Bill was like, all right, I was like, nah. I said, I don't see that it would be, if I foster kids, I want to give them the same amount of attention that I would give my kids. And
Right.
you know, even Andrew said, you know, there was he did without a lot of attention growing up because Anthony needed so much more. And I don't think that that's a good situation to put a foster kid in.
Right. Well, see, Ron and I mean, we've been married 43 years, and this is the first time in the last, it's been 11 months that we've been without anyone living with us. Um, and our whole marriage, because I had Jessica when we got married. So we've always had kids or grandkids or both living with us. Because we, um, when Candace turned 18 and moved out, just before she turned 19, we Ashley and her husband and baby was living with us. Because what happened is Ashley's first husband um, decided on just right after their second wedding anniversary that he didn't want to be married to her anymore because he could tell he was never going to be able to change her and make her go back
You
to be
don't
a Mormon.
marry somebody with the idea of changing them. That's
Well,
just
he
not
thought he
that's
could,
right.
right, but he thought, his family thought that he could get her to go back to be a Mormon because they wanted him to get married in the temple. Well, Ashley's like that. No, I left that for a reason. So he left her, and he asked her for a divorce, and he said, if you accept my terms, we will sign. We will file tomorrow, and I'm going to be leaving next week. So the terms that they came to, because they had no children, they had a house and a car, and he's like, I don't want anything. And she goes, well, you can't leave me with a house payment that I can't afford. And he's like, I will pay, because they already knew that we were trying to sell our house in Kentucky,
Yeah.
and we were going to move back, and we were going to live with them for a period of time. So he said, I will pay half of the bills until your parents get here, if that's okay with them, and then they'll take over, of course, because we weren't going to live on her for free. So that's what we did. Um, and they went down to the courthouse. They filed. The judge went on to normally the judge, they would have you wait a period of time, 30 days before he signed it. He said, you know what? This is something they want. It's not going to change. He's leaving now. Um, I'm just going to sign it. So that she literally was legally divorced less than 2 weeks after.
Yeah. See, here it's 6 months.
Um, normally it's at least a month before the judge even sees the the papers. But he asked his thing, is there any others? And he said, well, his person said, well, there was one that was filed yesterday, and they have no children. He's willing to pay, half of whatever till her parents gets there, da-da-da-da-da. So he said, can I see the paperwork? And he read it, and he goes, you know what? Because he put right in, her ex-husband put right in the papers that would, no way was that they're going to be able to reconcile.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't going to change, and he wanted her to change. So he says, you know what? I'm not going to make them wait. Well, then Ashley, in her infinite not good wisdom, went out on a date with this guy and got pregnant with Zaylee.
Hi, Robin. Welcome in.
Hey, Robin. So,
Yes, this has took a year, and that's not. And normally it doesn't take that long unless it's being contested. And her ex wasn't contested it. He was just refusing to sign the papers, just to make her life harder.
Well, see, right. Well, that was the whole thing, and the judge said, "Have them come down here." They both went right then, signed the papers, and he signed it, and he said, it's official." So
I mean, my brother was divorced 9 times, widowed once.
Jeez.
And well, I mean, Connie, he kept telling these women he didn't want to get married, but he was trying to also make them happy. And I kept telling him, I was like, don't marry him because he's not going to stay with. Yeah, well, I can change him. There we go. Because if you can't change somebody, he's telling you, I don't want to get married, and you're pushing it. And I said, so he will marry you. I said, but he won't stay. When he's ready to go, he'll go. He never lied to him.
Right.
He just, he said he always felt that he was not meant to have a lasting relationship.
Right. This is starting to look pretty. Look at that.
I'm looking at that. It is pretty. I mean, he was good to all of his wives. Left him with a house that was paid off, a car that was paid off, money in the bank, and all the utility bills paid. He never left him in debt.
Right.
And they'd all come running to me. Oh my God, can you believe he left me? And I was like, I told you he was going to leave you. I told you. Right here in my living room, don't marry him.
Yeah. Thank you, Robin. This is very pretty. It's like almost like a royal blue. To me, that looks like a royal blue.
Yeah, I'm going to agree.
And I love, my favorite color, my very favorite color, I always say purple. But my very favorite color is periwinkle, which is a light blue purple. But I love blue and I love purple. So anything blue, anything purple, I will go for. But my very favorite hue is periwinkle.
I'm getting away from her. I think I purpled myself out.
Well, I used to always say
the living room was painted purple for like 10 years. And I just got to the point where I just couldn't stand to look at purple anymore. And I painted the walls blue. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I like it. Andrew always told me that the living room made him angry because it was a deep, deep, dark purple. And he didn't like sitting here because it unsettled him. When I painted this living room light blue, you couldn't keep him out of here.
Right.
And I was just like, I think that was the difference. He picks up on colors really easy.
So do I. Growing up, we always changed our colors of our room, of the house, inside the house. And I had purple a few times, and it was a light purple. My mother never let us go dark.
This was like an
colors.
Eggplant purple.
Yeah, and I always go with more neutral colors in my house. Like, well, this color is disgusting in this room, but this was what was here when we moved here. But it was in the other part of the living room, and I've since now painted the other side. I haven't painted this side. I have enough paint to paint it. I'm not going to take everything and move everything just to paint it. I'll paint it when I get ready to. Yeah, I go with the one I have out there is an icy gray. It's a really light gray. Anything can go with it. So
I like that agreeable gray. That's what I painted my bathroom. And I really like that. When the light hits it a certain way, it's blue. When it hits it another way, then it's just that really pale, restful gray.
Right. Now, my bedroom, I have not repainted it yet. I've been wanting to, just haven't done it. It is a dark gray, and I hate it. I
I'm
absolutely
not
hate
too
it.
fond of dark grays.
It almost looks black. And we only have one small room window. And even when you open up our bedroom door, not a lot of light comes in because of the hallway of where it's situated. So there's not a lot of light. And even if we open up the bathroom uh, door to the hallway and then the bathroom door to our bedroom, it still does not really put any light in there. So I've got some mirrors on the wall that kind of reflect light, but it's still not enough.
When I had
It's
this
just,
room that dark purple, I had mirrors on 3 of the walls. Just, those
mm-hmm,
big ornamental mirrors. I
right.
thrifted. Hey!
Ooh, that was a fight.
Yeah, it was. They've been doing that more and more lately.
Who was that? The cats?
Yeah.
Oh
They're
wow.
both fixed. They both got fixed when they were babies. But for some reason, he's been trying to mount her for the last 2 months. And I don't know if
Uh
she's
oh.
uh, grown back and going into heat or if he is. But he ain't got no equipment.
But he doesn't know that.
Evidently not.
But
Andrew
you know
thinks
what though?
a power struggle for when he was injured, and for a while she became top cat, and now
That's
he's wanting
probably
his
what
spot back
I would say. That's probably what the issue is.
because mounting behavior in animals is just a dominance play.
Right.
That's why you'll see one male dog mount another one. They're just showing who's
Yes.
dominant. Jim, welcome in.
Well, hey Jim, welcome in. Did you get your tracking number? I sent it to you this morning.
Is that what you accidentally sent me?
Yep,
I was
that
sitting
was
there going
it.
like, that's not the link. Because I was on my way home from the furniture store and my phone dinged and I looked at Bill and I said, that's Connie saying she's there for bingo and I'm not home. And then I got home and you said you couldn't make it. And I was like, because I was trying to get home
Yeah,
by 2 o'clock, but we got stuck in traffic.
right. Okay, second row. Chain three. One, two, three.
Okay, so
And
the
then
3 counts as a stitch. If you chain 2, it does not. I think that's what you read me earlier.
yeah. Chain two at the beginning of a row does not count as a stitch. But this says chain three.
Yeah, but if you
And
read down, I can't remember if it's on the first page. It said if you chain 3, it did count as a stitch.
yes, it says chain three, beginning of the row counts as a double crochet, and a chain four, beginning of the row counts as a treble. So we're going to get into trebles, but it won't be for a while.
Oh no, I can't get
So
in any trouble.
so chain three and one single crochet in the next stitch. Okay. So yeah, we're going to do the same thing, and then the double crochet, and I got to actually do it right.
He's been on a tear since he got home.
Who?
Hey, Anthony. Like
What's wrong
everything's
with
acting
him?
this evening. I just looked at him and said, "Get over it. You got out of the house for a while."
Yeah.
When we got to the end of our driveway, they're working on the road again, and he was like,
Uh-oh.
and he's like, "Move, move!" And I was like, "Number one, the windows are rolled up. They can't hear you, and two, they couldn't hear you over those machines anyway. Just got to be patient and wait."
Right.
They're a really nice group of
That's
guys. So every time they see a car, they'll move their stuff so you can get through.
well, that's nice.
They always have somebody watching. We've never had to sit more than a couple of minutes, but he was just really impatient to get out of the house today, and I don't blame him.
Right. Yeah, but then he doesn't want to stay out of the house too long. He wants to
Yeah.
get home.
Well, we were gone for 2 hours, so yeah, because we left here at noon, we
Oh,
didn't get back until after 2. And
well,
but
that's good.
he likes he likes the furniture shop. He went through there. He's sitting every recliner and that one.
Oh,
And I said, honey, you're not getting that. And I said, that's an electric recliner. You cannot have an electric recliner in your room. I said, it's got to be manual. So he's sitting all of them. And he sat down in this one, and he was sitting there, and he was looking off in the distance. All of a sudden, he reached down and pops his feet up, and I said, that's the one he wants.
right. Cool. Is that for his birthday or?
It's for him. Yeah, it's an early birthday present.
Cool. Thank you, Liz. Awesome, Jim. Good. And then Thursday night, I'm painting Annie's painting. Oh, and I was going to tell you, I potted that plant for your sister, so we'll see how well the
It adjusts.
it's rooting, that it's a rooting to the pot next week, and if it's doing well, I'll send it probably the week after.
Okay.
So I want to get it sent before my grandson gets here, and I'm probably going to have to send it separate from everything else, and I'll have to do 2 to 3 day shipping, and I will put I'm going to make some little ice packs and put it inside there with it to
Well,
help
let me know
try
how
and
much it is, and I'll pay part of it for the shipping.
okay. Yeah, and then I'll get your other box ready. I'm just wondering, did you still want that apron? Because I can make it. And if
If
so,
you
what
haven't
kind?
got it done right now, we can wait on it until maybe after you come back from visiting the grandkids, when you got a little more time to slow down.
In August, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. So I can go ahead and get your other stuff packaged up and get it sent next week. The 2 paintings, the face cream, and the bags.
I'm going to share this with y'all so everybody else can go through what I'm going through. One of my friends called. Her daughter has the most beautiful, thick, silky hair all the way to her ankles. She's in 2nd grade. She has lice.
Oh no.
And every time she told me that, Bill started laughing at me. I said, what? He said, all you have to do is hear the word. He said, you start scratching your head. And I was like,
That's not.
that poor kid. Oh, it's going to take her. Her hair is so thick. The doctor told her she would have to do it in like layers, like put part of it up, do the underneath, and then just come down.
That's what I had to do with my.
Her ponytail, when she gathers her ponytail, it's about 3 inches across. I have never seen a little kid have hair that thick before.
I have Zay. Yeah, I showed you the picture of Zay when she was a brand new baby. She had a full head of hair, thick, full head of hair at birth. And it was like 1.5 to 2 inches long. And she just doesn't, grew her hair out pretty long when she was young. Now she wants it short. But because it's so thick, she doesn't want it long.
Well, she asked me, she goes,
But
do you know what I could do for lice? And I said, go get rid. I said, do not ask me what they did to us as kids. She said, what? And I said, we got kerosene put in our head to get rid of them.
well, nowadays, I don't even know if there's Rid even works anymore, because the lice now is called super lice, and you have to buy
They may
a
have
special
to go
kind
back to
now.
the old ways.
I don't know. My daughter, actually, Zaylee got lice last month, because okay, so she's a performer, and
And they
this
share
kid,
costumes.
the kid picked up her costume, her hat, and started running around wearing it. The kid had lice. And so they put it on her head, and she got lice. And so she had to go get this $32 for 2
Oh yeah, it's
treatments.
expensive.
And so they're gone now. She bought 2. Each treatment was $32, so she bought 2 of them.
You know, it
She
makes me
did
mad
one,
about these
waited.
places like that. And I'm not down on anybody because I was raised poor. But these poor, they don't have the money
I know,
to get that.
I
They can't
know.
afford it.
Yep. A
I
lot of
think they
people.
should be
Okay,
able to go
so
to the health department and get these treatments when this happens. The families that
I
need it.
right. I know that my my niece's son's girls, when they went to school, um, these other kids, they went to school with an area that was um, poverty, and these kids kept coming with lice. They couldn't get rid of it, and his daughters, they could not. I mean, every time they turned around, they were doing treatments on them. And so his wife said, "I'm done. I am done." She goes, "I am going to homeschool them." And she checked them out of school and took them home and shaved their heads. And she goes, "Now we'll be done with it." Never got it
Well,
again.
not a shit. Well, I mean, you have to bag the mattresses. You have to plastic your
Oh,
furniture
I
and put
know.
it in the sun. I mean, there's just so much you have to do.
I know. She had to do all that. She kept having to do it over and over and over again. And so she's like, "You know what? We're going to go outside." She goes, she took them to school the last day. And during that day, when the girls were at school, she had done a treatment on them so that they could go back to school. And she did the whole cleaning stuff of her house. And she had really short hair and never got it. Her husband shaved his head all the time and never got him. And when we got home, she didn't let him go in the house. They went out back on the back porch and she shaved the girls' heads.
Yeah,
One was in sixth
that
grade and
used to work.
one was in first grade. And she's like, "Now you don't have to worry about going to school and being teased because you're not going back." And they never went back to that school. A couple of months, at the end of the year, they moved. They were in New Jersey, and ouch, they moved down to Alabama or Florida to be close to his her husband, my niece's son, close to her because she
Well,
lives
I got lucky enough
in
growing up.
Alabama.
I never had them. I don't think any of us kids ever had them.
Me
And neither
either.
one of my boys ever got them. And I feel
We
very
didn't.
lucky.
None of us. I didn't even know what lice was until I had kids, and this little girl um, took Jessica's coat and started wearing it and putting the thing up on her head, and she had lice. And I battled it for like a month, but we finally got rid of them, and we never got them again. But then some of my kids have dealt with it. I know Candace, her boys, they got it at school, and when they got home, her husband took the boys out in the backyard and shaved their heads. And he's like, "We're not doing this. We are not dealing with this." And Candace, she didn't get it, and her husband keeps his hair really short anyway. He shaves it all the time. And she's like, "We're not dealing with it. Not going there."
My
But I know,
grandbaby is colicking, and her mommy didn't know what to do. She couldn't. She's like, she wouldn't stop crying. She wouldn't stop crying. Everybody's like, "What'd you do?" And she said, "My dad walked over, picked her up, put her up on his chest. She just settled right down and fell asleep." I said, "Yep." I
mm-hmm,
said, "Pawpaws have those powers."
yep. If that doesn't work, take him outside.
Yep. I didn't work for Anthony. Now, Andrew, you put him in a car and just drive.
Right. Yeah,
And
it
it
will
was
work too.
not Anthony. Anthony, we could not take Anthony out of the house after dark from the time he was 3 years old until he was about 9. The minute he looked, if we did take him out, we had to cover his head, get him in the vehicle, and then hang something over his window so he couldn't see out of his window. Because the minute he looked up at the sky, he would freak out and start having a meltdown.
Yeah.
Now, during the day, he'd lay on his back in the yard and look at the sky. It didn't bother him a bit, but he couldn't do it at night.
Yeah.
And the doctor looked, and I said, "What?" He said, "Have you ever looked at the night sky?" And I said, "I love looking at the night sky." He said, "Ever notice how empty it seems?" He said, "Especially on a starless night." And I was like, didn't really even think about that.
Yeah. Well, I am definitely liking the way this looks.
Yep, I like that stitch.
And I'm definitely know that I'll be wearing something underneath it.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if you could
Which
find a dark blue slip. Can you even buy slips anymore? I haven't seen slips in the store for years.
I have a black slip.
Oh, that would look good under that.
Yeah.
Me and Renee
I
was
agree,
talking about the other
Liz.
day. It's like, you never see slips in the store anymore. I was like, I don't think
they're
we
there
anymore.
They're there because Mishi bought one for a dress that she crocheted, and then she ended up not being able to wear it because it was too big on her. But she's like, you know what? I know who could put a slip inside this, hook it in. She goes, Connie could do that. And I said, yes, I could. And she goes, you know, you're only 4 hours from me. Why don't I come up and see you, spend the day with you, and you can fix my dress and fix my slip to my dress. I said, sounds good to me. Okay, we're on to row 3. It says chain 1, and then we're going to single crochet in the first double crochet. That's how we're going to get the pattern. Okay.
I haven't worn a dress that I needed a slip for, Liz, and I used to have a bunch of half slips since I was like 18, 19. Mostly because by then I stopped wearing dresses because I was working fast food and I was in a uniform all the time.
See, yeah, now I made myself a slip. I've made lots of slips. I made one a couple of months ago to go under that skirt that I crocheted, but it's white, so that won't work for this. But I have a black slip that goes underneath the
white slip under it and give it a nautical look.
Yeah, but it would not be. I need a whole slip.
Yeah.
And it's only a half.
Oh, okay.
The white is only a half. So, but I have a black full slip that I can wear under this. This is not hard to work with now that I've got more to hold on to.
I learned some animal reproductive facts last night that I did not know. Did you know that all female marsupials have 3 vaginas and 2 uteruses?
Yes.
So they can be perpetually pregnant. I was like,
yes,
what? It's bad enough with one. It's 4 marsupials.
Well, did you know that kangaroos, when they have their babies are not fully developed yet.
Yeah, they're like
crawl,
the size of a jelly bean.
Well, and they're still not developed completely. So they crawl up and into the sac and attach to the teat. They're literally attached to it. They can't release it. And they stay on that until they get up to full gestation. Most people don't know that.
It's the same thing with possums.
Yeah. And it's the same thing.
I think fascinating animals.
Huh?
I think marsupials are fascinating animals.
Right.
The other one I always thought was super cool was duck-billed platypus,
Right.
and did not know until a couple of years ago, I think it was, that the males are can kill you. They have venom. They have a like a it's not a stinger. It's like a tooth underneath their tail,
Yes.
and if
Yes.
they stab you with it, it will poison you because they have venom in them. And I was like, wow,
Right.
it's a mammal that looks like a duck, and it's also venomous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Liz.
They
I
look
agree
so
with you.
cute. I can't wait either.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many rows I have to do of this. Let's see. 67. Yep, 67, and then I do the armholes, and then I do the top, and then I'll go back and do the bottom. So, yeah. Yep. But once, and apparently I'm doing the whole thing because this will go around my whole body.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's kind of a
Oops, that
cool
was.
way to shape it. That way, when you get to where your natural waist would be, you could maybe
Mm-hmm.
like take it in just a little bit, to so it forms to you better, and then take it
Mm-hmm.
back, back to the original stitch size.
Well, remember, it's gonna change.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm doing
Like,
this. Was I supposed to do the 7? Oh well, I'm doing 6. I'm sticking with 6. I'm not going up to 7. Or maybe, unless it was more
no,
lacy.
you're
We'll
supposed
see.
to start with the 6
Maybe
and
it
you
did.
move to the 7 for the top, I think.
That's right, and the bottom. Yeah. Okay. Well, I may not do that. We'll see. We will see how I feel when I get
I
there.
will return. A daggone stink bug just flew in my freaking coffee.
Ew.
Stupid.
So how is everybody doing? I know I'm just chatting away and my son's blanket is. I decided I'm only going to do one row around. I think it should be done. I'm almost done. I mean, literally, I've got like one side to do. And then I will lay it out and look at it. And I might go around the border one more time, but I'm not sure. And then all I got to do is hide the ends, and then I can take a picture of it and show everybody. And then I'm not taking it like to a crocheting group because it's too big. In fact, I'm not even shipping it to him. I'm on July 1st. I am driving to Wyoming and spending the night and bringing my grandson back here. And so I'm taking the blanket, and my daughter is going to take it back to Utah and give it to her brother for me. And she's giving me a sewing machine that needs a little bit of work done on it, and I have somebody to do the work for me. So I can have 2 sewing machines going, because that way when I'm sewing, I have to keep changing from a zipper foot to a walking foot to the regular foot, and it just drives me crazy. So if I have 2 sewing machines, actually I have 3 sewing machines, but um, one's not working at all. I have to do some work on it. And I can just go from machine to machine. And that way I don't have to keep changing the foot or the feet on it.
I have to return. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Greedy bugs.
Now I just realized I need to do this or I'm going to mess up. I like to keep track of what row I'm on so that I don't get mixed up. So I'm going to grab a piece of paper that I will paper clip to it. And I will mark.
Well, Liz, you are going to be busy.
What's that? Prepare for his. Wow, yeah, she is. Okay. So normally I just write the numbers and then
You circle
I
or
just
check?
mark it off. I put an X. So I've done 1 and I've done 2 and now I'm on 3. And I'll add numbers as I go. And that,
I have those
that way
but if you forget to click them.
Yeah, I have the same thing.
But if I write
have
it
one.
down, I'm always right.
Yeah, if I have one and I use it, I do the same thing. I forget to click it and then I'm like, oh, and I have to go back and count. But I always mark it when I, especially when I have the pen right here.
Yeah,
so I see
it
it.
reminds you.
Mm-hmm.
Because Renee she was like, how come you never? I said, sis, I said, with Anthony, I said, I might have to lay something down 20, 30 times. And if I forget to click it, then when I sit back down, I forget what row I'm on. I said, it's easier just to mark it on the paper and I can look at it and go on.
Yeah, and I never put it on, and I never put it on the pattern. Never write up on the pattern because if I ever use the pattern,
neat.
Huh?
I like to keep my patterns neat. Although I have put them page protectors on them and used a dry erase marker and marked my rows off like that and then wiped it off when I was done.
Yeah, I did that once. And guess what? My arm was on it and I forgot. And I rubbed it and it rubbed it right off. It didn't.
See, I have to put
I
have to put mine further away so I can read it.
Oh, mine has to be right here.
Man, I miss having a printer. I could afford to go get another printer. The ink is expensive, but I can't have a printer because if Anthony knows we have a printer, he's constantly wanting me to print off random pictures. And the last time was Mr. Rogers with a goldfish in a bowl. Literally run us through almost $100 in ink because he got fixated on printing that.
I have an inkjet, and actually I have 2 inkjets, and the cartridges are like $26, and it lasts me almost a year.
Yeah, well, those cartridges that you paid, that sounds about like, because we had I think it was a Lexmark. They would only last for maybe a month with the way he wanted stuff printed. And I just told him, because Bill's like, I said, nope. I said, we just don't have one no more. I'm done. I'm not going to.
If you need something, you go to the library.
He just takes them in there, throws them in the floor, and they end up getting stepped on or stuff spilled on, and they get thrown away, and it was just a waste of money.
Right. No, I'm just saying if you need something printed, you could go to the library, and that way he's not using it up.
Yeah. That is what we've generally done. The last
I do a
time I
lot of.
needed an insurance card, when my son, when Andrew totaled our other car.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't his fault. Somebody hit him, but the insurance guy. Well, I can email it to you. I said I do not have a printer. I need a printed copy. I pay you all enough in insurance. You should be able to make me a printed copy.
Right.
I'm sorry, how it can't take that much ink. And he finally met me over at a grocery store because they no longer have an office here. And it's Liberty Mutual. It's great insurance. I will never complain about my insurance. It's a very good insurance company. But I'm sitting there going like, why don't you have well, they never reopened the office after COVID. I was like, so you all work from home? And he said, yeah. And I said, then why were you fighting me on printing this for me?
Yeah.
I was like, do you have a printer? Well, yes, I'm required to have a printer. Okay.
Right.
And I know they get paid for their ink and stuff because Andrew's ex worked from home through COVID, and they paid her a stipend for her paper, her ink, and all of that.
Right.
And so I know that they get reimbursed for it. And I was just, I was a little salty with him. I was a little aggravated because I went where the office was, and it said closed, and then I freaked out just a little bit.
Right.
Your insurance office closes. They don't tell nobody.
Well, I am at the end of this row, and it's just about 9 o'clock. So instead of starting another row right now, I'm going to end the live. And then I will pick this back up tomorrow because I have a crochet group tomorrow. But I do need to make sure I go finish this row out right. 3, and then row 4. Well, it says proceed as first row. So I'm going to do row 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm 1, 2, 3. Why is it doing 1, 2, 3, 4 when it's just back and forth? That's weird. Okay, whatever.
Because
so fourth row
is the same as row 1, so they're counting 4 as another one, even though it's as 1.
Right. Yep. So, but this is really pretty.
I'm really
liking this. Yep, definitely. All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. I do want to do the chain right though. How many was it supposed to be for the first row? Was it says 1 single crochet in. Why doesn't it say? Hold on. Row 1, 1 single crochet in the second. It's not telling me how many to put.
How many do you chain at the end of row 3? Or do you chain any?
It doesn't say any.
Well,
okay, wait. End of row, turn last 2 rows, put into work. Then 2 inches. Okay, that doesn't mean anything to me. Okay. Chain 3. That's what it was. 1, 2, 3. Because it's double crochet. The first is a double crochet and then a single, treble, single. Okay, I got it now. All right. I'll get this down. All right. Thank you, Annie, for being here, and thank you guys all for being here. Let me do this.
Excuse me.
All right. Thank you guys all for being here, and I will keep showing progress on this dress. I don't think it will take me too long to actually make it if I sit and do it. But I know I still have to get, before, in the next month, I have to get all those woolly aphids done. 5 more of them. I need to make 3 sheep. I got to finish my son's, the last bit of the border on his his blanket, get that all ready to go. I think that's it. But that other stuff, the sheep and that, because I bought little footballs for the heads, and I'm using the pool noodles for the body and for the legs. So I got to get those done. So I have to focus on that to get that finished. So I may not get a lot done on this dress yet until I can actually work on it more. So thank you, Annie. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
You're
And you have
welcome.
a good night. Hope to see you on Thursday night on my other channel, of course, for Annie's painting. And then, of course, for bingo. So bye,
Bye,
guys.
y'all.
Have a good evening.